Now we're going to move on to television, and in regards to television, I don't watch television on a week-by-week basis. I don't have easy access to it. It's something that I do want to get eventually, and which my family has looked into, but getting it set up technically with the way our house is set up is actually going to be a colossal pain in the butt. So it hasn't been done yet, although we are looking at it, and we might be doing it once the weather is warmer. But with that said, I have jokingly referred to myself several times as the devourer of DVDs. And I do that because I love buying stuff on DVD and watching it that way because, as I said, I spend a lot of my time here at my house. So I'm more likely to do a quick review of the first episode of something I'm checking out to let people know whether or not I will be continuing with it, or to do a full-length seasonal review of something rather than doing like something every week or something like that, because I'm more likely to be getting my material by season rather than by week. But I'm hoping to do some TV stuff, and my TV stuff will be like actual like live action like stuff where actual actors are in it. Some of it will be anime because I got really into anime as a kid and I've never stopped, and some of it will be retro cartoons because they're awesome. The next area of enjoyment that I have that I want to talk about is gaming. Now, I don't play as many games as I used to, and I've never been a stellar gamer. I've never been somebody who could just turn something on and decimate it. That's just not me. Now, my boyfriend, Jay, who will occasionally be making appearances on this YouTube channel with me when he visits and stuff, he's more so the guy for that. He would be the one you'd want to talk to if you wanted that kind of experience or that kind of point of view. Me, I'm more so into games for their emotional content, their story content, or for the social experience that I have playing them with others. So there will occasionally be a game review. Some of them will be games that I have actually completely beaten. Some of them will just be my impressions of something I've played. What you're going to find a lot more often from me, though, are actually discussions on gaming culture, because that's something that I've had my finger on the pulse of for probably a good 10 years. It's something I've been really involved in for a long time. I can tell you right now that I will be doing an entire week worth of coverage of E3 when it comes to that time of year in June, because that's something that I'm really passionate about and that I have been following avidly for almost a decade. But it's weird because gaming, its role in my life has changed, but how I feel about it and its value to me has not. The next thing, and this is something I kind of do quick, light, humorous when I feel like it, is food. Sometimes I will either show you guys something I'm having, or I will talk about a new product I'm trying. I mean, these are just going to be random things when I feel like it. This is not something that I'm going to be looking weekly to find something for you guys to eat or something like that. I mean, I'm not strictly a food channel, but I do enjoy like sharing my thoughts on food, and I enjoy going and finding channels that focus on food, because food is something that's really important to me, and food is something that I think serves two purposes. I think that it does serve the first logical initial purpose of fueling our bodies. That's a given. But I think that food is also a social and a spiritual experience. I think it's something that can really improve one's mood. I think it can improve the quality of one's life. And I think that food is something that should be savored and enjoyed. I think you should really be thinking about what you're eating. And I don't necessarily mean that in a calorie count kind of way. I mean that more so in a, how does this taste? How does this make me feel? I think those things are important. I'm not saying to completely disregard nutrition. I mean, nutrition is important, obviously. But I think that finding a balance between the two is important. And of course, the last major component of my channel is going to be collectibles, shopping, and unboxings, because I am an absolute and utter shopaholic. I love going shopping. Much like I just said about food, shopping to me is a social experience. Shopping is something which rewards and perpetuates somebody's desires and which creates want, need, and motive. And if I can give you guys just a random piece of advice about life in general here, just for fun, it's that you should always want something. You should always be thankful for the stuff you have, but you should always want something, either a thing, a goal, a hope, a dream, something. There should always be something driving you. It's something that I've realized about life and a philosophy that I have really deeply embraced as a writer, because if we think about it, our lives are essentially stories, and if a story doesn't have a motive, if it doesn't have a driving force, if it doesn't have a central plot point going on, then it becomes stagnant, and you don't want that. The fact that I've found so many people who have such passion for like unboxings and show and tell and stuff like that is just absolutely great, because for me it means that there are hopefully people who are going to be interested in the things that I pick up. It also means that on the days when I can't go out, or when I can't get something, or when I'm feeling down or bored or whatever, I'm able to go and actually find joy and excitement and happiness in the things that others have found or discovered, which is wonderful. Anyway, I think that wraps up the majority of the focused topics that I'm going to be covering on my channel. I might occasionally cook something with my mom or with my boyfriend Jay. I don't usually cook on my own because I have a lot of like balance issues, vision issues, etc. I might occasionally like talk about just a random topic that matters or something. As I said, this channel is very open and very eclectic. But I hope that listening to me talk here has given you guys somewhat a feel for what this channel and what I as a person am about. Thank you very much for sitting and listening to this. Now, before I head out, I would like to just give a few shout outs to a few people whose channels have inspired me to do my stuff the way that I'm doing it. And here we go. The first one, and again, before I get started on this, I apologize if I mispronounce anyone, if I get anyone's name wrong, anything like that. But let's get to it. The first one, and I know a lot of people in the like unboxing community seem to give credit here, and that is to Johnny Tells. His channel is awesome. He has such absolute enthusiasm, joy, passion for what he is doing. It is absolutely apparent in everything he makes. He's hilarious. So yes, Johnny, you are first. The next person that I will list is Anthony Rapino. Hello, Anthony. Nice to see you again. But yeah, I mean, he is also a writer, so that's definitely a connection. And then he's really into the horror stuff, which, as I said, I'm looking into, which isn't really my area, but I mean, we've talked back and forth a few times in the comments on his channel, so that's pretty cool. Next up would be, I believe it's Joseph, your geeky neighbor. Hey there, how's it going? Again, somebody that I've talked to a few times and whose stuff I really enjoy. I think it's really cool seeing how many different like age groups are actually doing this. I mean, it's everybody, which is great. Okay, well let's give one to Morgan. I think it's Fat Man in the Beard. Hey there, you're starting a new channel as well, and thank you so much for subscribing. That means a lot, considering I don't have anything out at the time that you did that. Let's see. Hey there, Alternative Mummy. Your stuff is fantastic. Tiffany over at Girl Terror, you're great too. I've checked your stuff out a lot. Let's move on to the music people quickly. We will give one to Spectrum Pulse. Hey there, I love your stuff. ARTV, I think I've mentioned you a couple times. I don't think I've mentioned you yet, but hey there, Spin It Reviews. I believe your name's Mark. How's it going? And the last one that I will do is The Needle Drop. I love your stuff. I think your name's Anthony as well. I apologize if I've got that wrong. But yeah. So I think that pretty much covers everybody that I wanted to say something to or about or anything at the end here. So this is running really long and really rambly, which I suppose is what a first video is supposed to be kind of anyway, so I don't care. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope it's given some insight. I hope that some of you will say hello back. We will see what happens there though. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to have a ton of content up this week because it is my first week and I want to get going. and I want to get this started, and I'm really excited. So expect to see more. Subscribe if you'd like. Thank you to anyone who is watching this. Have a nice day. Bye!